Alright, welcome back, class. Today, we'll be talking about derivatives. We already know that a derivative is the slope of the tangent line at a given point on a graph. But today, we'll learn how to find the derivative of a given function using some basic rules. The first is the constant rule. The derivative of a constant is 0, which makes sense because if you have a function like y equals 2, that's just a horizontal line with a slope of 0. To find the derivative of x to a power, you bring down the exponent and write it as the coefficient of x to the n minus 1 power. For example, if you have the term x to the 7th, the power rule says that the coefficient is 7 and the exponent is 1 less than 7, which is 6. So the derivative of x to the 7th is 7x to the 6th.
Is this test optional?
All tests are optional. You have the option to get a 0. If you have a constant times a function, then you take the derivative of the function and then multiply it by the constant coefficient. For example, to find the derivative of 37x squared, you multiply 37 by 2x to get 74x.
Do we have to simplify?
Only if I say so.
Can we use a calculator on the test?
No, you may not. If you are multiplying two functions together, f of x times g of x, and want to take the derivative of that product, you need to take the sum of f prime of x multiplied by g of x and g prime of x multiplied by f of x. For example, if f of x equals 3x squared minus 4x cubed, and g of x equals x cubed plus 5, then the derivative of f of x times g of x equals the derivative of f of x, 6x minus 12x squared, times g of x, x cubed plus 5, plus f of x, 3x squared minus 4x cubed, times the derivative of g of x, 3x squared. To find the derivative of the quotient f of x over g of x, take the derivative of the top function, f prime of x, and multiply it by the bottom function, g of x. Then subtract the product of g prime of x and f of x. Then divide everything by the bottom function, g of x squared. An easy way to remember this is low d high minus high d low all over the square of what's below. Take this problem for example. If you want to find the derivative of the function h of x, which is 4x plus 1 over x plus 2, you take the derivative of the top function, 4, multiply that by the bottom function, x plus 2, to get 4 times x plus 2. You then take the derivative of the bottom function, 1, and multiply that by the top function, 4x plus 1, to get 4x plus 1 times 1. You then subtract that from your initial product, 4 times x plus 2. You then divide everything by the bottom function, x plus 2 squared. And finally, you must memorize the derivatives of the 6 basic trigonometry functions for the AP test in May. So, who's taking comp sci next year?
Put this in, please.
Oh well.